Hello and a very warm welcome to Baku, the capital of Azerbaijan, where you join us ahead of the opening ceremony of the inaugural European Games. The magnificent, brand new national stadium will form the centerpiece of the Games over the next 17 days and provide the backdrop for a spectacular opening ceremony that will begin in just a few moments. An historic opening ceremony to prelude a multi-sport event for athletes from all over the continent that will be contested every 4 years.
Devised, organised and regulated by the European Olympic Committees, the honour of hosting the first edition of this quadrennial continental celebration of sporting excellence, friendship and cultural exchange falls to Baku, the dynamic capital city of Azerbaijan, the land of fire. 9.6 million people inhabit this land of the South Caucasus region that lies at the crossroads of Europe and Asia on the coast of the Caspian Sea. The Russian Federation and Georgia border it to the north, Armenia to the west, and Iran and Turkey to the south. Established in 1918, it came under Soviet rule in 1920 before restoring independence in 1991.
Around 6,000 athletes from all 50 European National Olympic Committees will compete for European Games glory in 20 sports, 16 Olympic sports, 2 Olympic events in non-Olympic formats, and 2 non-Olympic sports. Construction of the National Olympic Stadium began in 2011 when Azerbaijan President Ilham Aliyev broke the ground. Tonight, it's filled to its 68,000 capacity in anticipation of the opening ceremony of this new addition to the major sporting events calendar, which joins the multi-sport games of Oceania, Asia, Africa and Pan America to complete the continental unity of the 5 Olympic rings.
Dimitrios Papaioannou, the artistic director of the 2004 Olympic Games opening ceremony, is the creative force behind the curtain raiser here in Baku 2015. The ceremony will tell a universal human story using elemental Azerbaijani ingredients in a way that is contemporary, inventive and universal, but always respectful of the culture's enormous richness and depth. You'll notice that circles are a prominent recurring theme throughout the ceremony. From the shape of the stage to images of the sun and moon, the circle has no beginning and no end. It's simple and beautiful. It reminds us of the cycle of the seasons, the circle of life, and the symbol of unity and eternity.
Ladies and gentlemen, only 1 minute to go to the opening ceremony of the first ever European Games.
Hanımlar ve canablar, tarihte ilk defa keçirilecek 1. Avropa Oyunlarının açılış merasimine birce dakika kalır.
Alim Kasimov sings an improvised phrase of traditional Mughal music, welcoming visitors to Azerbaijan. Now the countdown begins in earnest with just 24 seconds to go. The number's significant because Azerbaijan restored independence 24 years ago in 1991.
to Baku, home of the first ever European Games. Welcome, everyone, to the land of fire. Welcome to Azerbaijan.
Dünyadan təşrif buyurmuş dostlar. Bakıya ilk dəfə keçiriləcək Avropa oyunlarına xoş gəlmisiniz. Hamınız odlar diyarına xoş gəlmisiniz. Azərbaycana xoş gəlmisiniz.
...856 performers wearing skirts that are 2 meters in diameter. Peel back the layers of those skirts in unison, revealing vibrant geometric patterns and decorative motifs taken from Azerbaijan's world-renowned carpet heritage, with a stunning visual result. 16,000 square meters of fabric, the equivalent of 13 Olympic-sized swimming pools, has been used. Each skirt is unique, designed for a specific position on the stage.
Carpet weaving is among the oldest, most widespread types of folk art in Azerbaijan. Travelers and traders throughout the annals of history have noted the beauty of the carpets here, and today rare examples of Azerbaijani carpets are exhibited in famous museums and galleries around the world, including the New York Met, the Louvre and the V&A in London. It perhaps goes without saying that there's a prominent Azerbaijani carpet museum right here in Baku, with detailed information and the most rare examples.
What we're seeing here are not complete carpets, but magnified design elements from the distinguished craft. Experts can classify each motif in terms of ornament and compositional characteristics into one of 7 schools, each with ties to particular regions in Azerbaijan: Guba, Baku, Shirvan, Kanyak, Gazak, Karabakh and Tabriz. Traditionally, carpets are rolled out to welcome and honour guests in Azerbaijan.
The music to this section is Uzir Hajibeyov's Koroglu, the dance from the 3rd act. Hajibeyov is Azerbaijan's most prominent classical composer who, among other things, created the Azerbaijan national anthem. And for what I'm sure locals hope will be the first of many occasions during these games, the Azerbaijan national flag takes centre stage in the Olympic Stadium.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev, the First Lady of the Republic of Azerbaijan, and Chair of the Baku 2015 Organizing Committee, Mehriban Aliyeva, and the President of the European Olympic Committees, Patrick Hickey.
Xanımlar və cənablar, xahiş edirik, Azərbaycan Respublikasının Prezidenti İlham Əliyevin, Azərbaycan Respublikasının birinci xanımı, Bakı 2015 Təşkilat Komitəsinin sədri Mehriban Əliyevanı və Avropa Olimpiya Komitələrinin Prezidenti Patrick Hickey'ni salamlayasınız.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of the Republic of Azerbaijan.
Xanımlar və cənablar, Azərbaycan Respublikasının dövlət himni səslənir. Xahiş edirik, ayağa qalxasınız.
The Azerbaijan national anthem performed by the Azerbaijan State Symphony Orchestra for the first time in G minor.
Of the European Games was captured from the eternal fires of Azerbaijan. Our torch of love was lit at the home of fire, the Ateşka Fire Temple in Baku.
Avropa Oyunlarının ilk alovu Azərbaycanın əbədi odlarından alınmışdı. Bizim sevgi məşəlimiz alov məskəni sayılan Bakının Ateşgah od məbədində yandırılmışdı.
Carried by over 1,000 people throughout this ancient land.
O, mindən çox insanın əlində qədim torpaqda səyahət etmişdi. Alovun səyahətini izləyin.
Follow the journey of the flame. Ladies and gentlemen, here, now, in the stadium, the first flame of the European Games.
Hanımlar ve canablar, indi, burada, stadyonda Avropa Oyunlarının ilk alovu.
Torch is carried by a great Azerbaijani sporting champion, Paralympic judo two-time gold medal winner, Ilham Zakiyev.
Məşəli Azərbaycanın görkəmli idmançısı gətirir. Paralimpiya judo üzrə 2 dəfə qızıl medal qalibi İlham Zakiyev.
Ilham Zakiyev, the man with the unforgettable privilege of bringing the torch into the Olympic Stadium, was blinded by a bullet to the head while on army duty in 1998. After a long period of rehabilitation, he returned to the sport he'd taken up as an 11-year-old. He went on to win gold at 2 Olympics, 2 World Championships and 5 European Championships.
İlham Zakiyev'i müşahit edir. Taekwondo üzrə Gənclər Olimpiya Oyunlarının qızıl medal qalibi Azərbaycan idmançısı Səid Quliyev.
Zakiev is accompanied by Said Guliev, a huge moment for the talented 17-year-old from the sport of Taekwondo. In addition to his Youth Olympic gold, he claimed World Youth Silver in Taipei. Having ignited a fire in the pit of Azerbaijani soil, the flame is extinguished. Zaliev and Guliev prepare to leave the Olympic Stadium. Fire will spread to the edge of the stage and awaken Nizami, 12th century Azerbaijani poet and iconic representative of the Eastern Renaissance. This underground fire will power the rest of the ceremony.
I want to light a lamp and wish for a moth. How long, Nizami, will you sleep? Rise up. Sing, poet. Weave the carpet of the words. Oh, word, tell me your alchemy. Who is your lover? Who crafts you? You come from us, but don't belong to us. I can't sit still any longer. I will again put together the imagination of a new story. I want to light a lamp and wish for a moth. If you will only put your hand in my hand, I will take you to the center of the soul.
The poetry of Nizami, the hugely influential 12th century Azerbaijani philosopher, scientist and literary giant. Widely regarded as the greatest representative of the Eastern Renaissance, his influence is still evident, not just here in Azerbaijan, but the surrounding regions and indeed all over the world.
His love story, Layli and Majnun, is the third of his 5 long narrative poems. The poet Byron described Layli and Majnun as the Romeo and Juliet of the East, and the story inspired Eric Clapton's best-selling song, Layla. The scales that Nizami held in his hand are now depicted and animated in life-size form. A female puppet of Layli dances on a silver disc, representative of the moon, while a puppet of Majnun performs on a golden circle representing the sun. Together, they embody balance and harmony. They are a pair of star-crossed lovers. They orbit each other and yearn to be together, but they dance apart and are never as one.
Groups of performers, each one a bright, dynamic and distinct illustration of animated images from the world of miniature painting, allow us to enter the world of Nizami. Miniature painting is a centuries-old tradition in Azerbaijani culture.
Paintings are found in books and manuscripts and often illustrate the major works of poetry from the literary traditions of Azerbaijan and the wider region dating back to the Middle Ages. Heroes of Nizami's poems were held in high regard by miniature artists, and their work occupies a special place in the history of world art.
We've already seen The Seven Beauties, one of Nizami's major works, which follows the story of a prince as he encounters 7 women, each of whom represent a stage in his enlightenment.
The performers are dressed and fully made up to look like characters from the paintings, bringing the landscape to life and moving like puppets.
A skilled team of painters recreated all of the miniatures by hand before being printed on this massive scale. Nizami leads us through scenes based on 9 themes of his work. From 7 Beauties to Paradise, we see houses, a palace, a school, princes and princesses, dragons, horses, and other creatures, real and mythical.
Here we see a colourful landscape of tents, providing the backdrop to a reconciliation scene between the lovers, Khosrow and Shirin.
In this scene we see preparations for battle as an astrolabe, a dragon, and Iskander's military expedition into the east.
A colourful landscape filled with hunters and animals. This is Alexander the Great, or Ixander, who was celebrated as a global hero. In Nizami's poem, he travels widely and meets with all manner of wonders.
Watch the hunting paradise, we see a colourful landscape filled with hunters and animals. Man lying in idyllic surroundings, beside him is a benevolent, mythical phoenix-like creature. Pomegranate tree rises to full bloom, and Nizami picks the fruit, a token of abundance, rebirth, love, and good luck. The pomegranate is a symbol of unity in Azerbaijani folklore and historically associated with health, strength, and fertility.
official European Games mascots is a pomegranate, or nar in Azerbaijani. Nar is depicted as a cartoon character that loves participating in new sports and is described as being full of life and energy. In Nazami's poetic universe, pomegranates burst open from an excess of love.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment has come.
Hanımlar ve canablar, nihayet bu an gelip çattı.
Here with us in Baku, from every corner of the continent.
Qitənin bütün güşələrindən Bakıya təşrif buyuran idmançılar,
Welcome them,
Avropa atletlərini salamlayın.
the athletes of Europe. Greece,
Yunanistan,
Well, just as in the Olympic Games, it is Greece who lead out the parade of nations at this inaugural European Games.
Greece has 138 athletes competing in Baku in 2015. And here they come.
Vladimir Putin alongside the dignitaries and Thomas Bach, the president of the IOC. Greece's flag bearer,
It is
Eleftherios Petrounas, from artistic gymnastics, European champion earlier this year. One of only 4 countries to have competed at every Summer Games. Hosted it twice, of course. Home of the ancient Olympics. It's a natural choice for the revival of the modern games in 1896. And that status as the birthplace of the Olympics is why it has the privilege of leading the Parade of Nations.
Albania, the second team out to the Olympic Stadium, a team of 28. And their flag bearer is Ada Demineri from Taekwondo. First participated in the Olympic Games in 1972. Next up we have Andorra. Esther Avignon is a World Cup finalist and a shooter from Andorra, leading the way.
31 athletes in the Andorran team.
Armenia,
Ermənistan,
5-member team from Armenia. Their chef de mission is flying the flag, Haracha Rostomayan.
Traditionally strong in wrestling, weightlifting and boxing. Weightlifting not on the program here, but wrestling and boxing are. Our 25 athlete team will be looking to make their mark in those sports.
Team Austria, 143 athletes. Flag bearer for them is Andreas Scherhofer, a shooter from Austria. Canoe, weightlifting and sailing are their most successful Olympic sports.
3 gold medals in each of those sports. Judo has 2 gold medals, but they've yet to taste Olympic gold since Athens 11 years ago.
Belarus, Vladimir Samantsarov from table tennis, world champion no less, is the flag bearer and leading out a team of 152.
Two gold medals in London for the Belarusian team, placing them 26th on the overall medals table.
Belgium, Lionel Cox, another shooter, won silver at London 2012 and leading out a team of 118.
Bosnia and Herzegovina.
And their flag bearer is Admir Duran-Spatic. Best athlete is from table tennis.
56 athletes comprise the team from Bosnia and Herzegovina, been competing in the Olympic Games under their own flag since 1992. Have been present at every Olympiad since the Barcelona Games.
Bulgaria.
Bulgaristan.
The Bulgarian team, 127 strong. And there is the flag bearer, Maria Grazdeva, won shooting gold in 2000 and 2004. Led out by the placard bearers, who are wearing sculptural costumes featuring traditional Azerbaijani patterns.
Ranked 63rd overall in the League of Nations when you take into account all of their performances at Olympic Games. That's 23rd, they were 63rd in London.
Croatia.
Team Croatia, 106 athletes here in Baku, and there is Snezana Pecic, won a bronze in the shooting in Beijing. She's leading the way from her teammates from Croatia. And the Croatian flag, as you can see, is made of shields of its various regions.
Cyprus have a team of 23 athletes at these inaugural European Games. Their flag bearer is Marios Georgiou from artistic gymnastics. 2013 World Artistic Gymnastic Champion, first in the pommel horse, fourth in the all-around, eighth in the pommel horse at the Youth Olympic Games in Nanjing.
Czech Republic.
Czech Republic, their flag bearer there is Thomas Zviboda. He's a triathlete.
129 athletes in the squad from the Czech Republic. Wonderful tradition in athletics, of course. Jan Zalesny, Barbara Spatakova in the javelin. Roman Chevrolet in the decathlon. Wonderful tradition in the blue ribbon event of the Olympic Games.
Denmark have 65 athletes here. And they're led out. Big smile from Stenny Nielsen. She's a shooter. She's already qualified for the Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro. Looking forward to getting involved here too.
Sailing, the top medal producing sport for the Danes in Olympic competition. Estonia enter the stadium. We'll have a team of 58 athletes representing them here at these games.
And that is Heikki Nabi, who's a wrestler, won silver in the men's Greco-Roman event. I'm hoping to do well here too in Baku.
Also strong athletics tradition in Estonia.
Finland, team of 106, taking part in these inaugural European Olympics. Tommy Tuha, who's an artistic gymnast, is the flag bearer. European gold on the vault.
Югославия, Македония, Республикасы.
France come here with a team of 250 athletes.
And they're led out by Celine Goberville, who won shooting silver at London 2012.
Ranked 4th overall in terms of Olympic tradition. Total of 671 medals at Olympic Games over the years.
Fencing and cycling, two of their top medal producing sports. Georgia
have 105 athletes here in Baku, first participated. The Barcelona Olympics as part of the unified team before being an independent nation in Atlanta in 1996.
And there is their flag bearer, Zurab Datunashvili, a Greco-Roman wrestler, European silver medalist in 2013 for Georgia.
Germany's flag bearer is Fabian Hambuchen from gymnastics. Thomas Bach, president of the Olympic Committee, just acknowledging their presence here in the Olympic Stadium.
He is, of course, German. 270 athletes in the Germany team and expected to do well here. 44 medals in London in total in 2012.
Great Britain, with a team of 160 athletes, led out by the first ever female Olympic boxing champion, Nicola Adams. Took that title in London 2012. She's the captain of the boxing team here.
160 athletes in total.
London, of course, having hosted the Olympics 3 years ago. First and only city to host the Olympic Games on 3 occasions.
Hungary!
Macaristan.
Team Hungary led out by their flag bearer István Vereb from wrestling.
201 athletes in the Hungarian team. Hungary has won more Olympic medals than any other nation that has never hosted the Olympic Games. So the most successful football team in the history of the Olympics, incidentally. Football being contested in a non-Olympic format here of the beach variety.
Fencing is their top medal producing sport as well. Iceland have a total of 19 athletes here. There's their flag bearer Thelma Hermanndottir, who's a gymnast. She's won the Icelandic Championship 6 times. And Iceland's record at Olympic Games, well, they've won a total of 4 medals. Special clap for Katie Taylor, the flag bearer for Ireland, boxer, Olympic gold in London, leading out her team of 62 athletes from Ireland.
Multiple world titles and European titles as well for Katie Taylor. She publicly stated she wants to be the best female boxer ever by the time she finishes her illustrious career. Very much in search of European Games gold here.
Israel's flag bearer is Alexander Shavilov, who's a gymnast. Olympic medals in Beijing and London, and European medalist as well. ...141 athletes in this Israeli team.
Italy's flag bearer is Giulia Quintavalli, judoka, the Olympic champion in Beijing back in 2008. They bring a team of 295 athletes to these European Games.
They have 5 Olympic champions in their team, so Italy's sending a very strong team to these games. They hosted the games in Rome, 56 and 2006, the Winter Games. Kosovo making its debut at a major international event after historic recognition from the IOC in December 2014. The flag bearer is Majinda Velmente, a gold medalist in judo.
Latvia.
67 athletes in the Latvian team.
And there is Loris Strautmanis, one of the young shooters in the Latvian team.
What a moment for him to be getting the taste of a multi-sport environment. He continues to build his sporting career.
Expected to do well in beach volleyball.
Liechtenstein.
This is Team Liechtenstein. Their flag bearer is Marvin Grisha, who goes in the archery event. We had 3 athletes competing in London 2012 in athletics and swimming, but no medals as yet in the summer games, but numerous at the winter games.
Team's growing to 10 here in Baku.
There is Rokas Guskinas, gymnast representing Lithuania and carrying their flag into this wonderful arena.
74 athletes on the Lithuanian team.
This is another archer, Jeff Heckles. He's been to 2 Olympics. He is their flag bearer. 16 athletes.
Malta.
Malta come to these European Games with 61 athletes from 7 different sports. Competed in 15 summer and winter games, are still in search of their first medal.
80 athletes in the Moldovan team in 12 events. And their torchbearer is Mihai Sava.
Two-time Olympian Mihai Sava on the sport of wrestling. One of the more prominent athletes on the Moldovan team. And the smallest team here in Baku.
And this is Bryce Etes. There's Prince Albert of Monaco, giving them a special wave. Etes is an 800-meter runner for Monaco. Prince Albert, a great supporter of the Olympic movement.
One of just 6 athletes on the team representing the Principality.
Montenegro, 55 athletes in this first European Games. They competed in an Olympic Games for the first time as an independent nation in 2008 in Beijing.
Bosko Draskovic is their flag bearer, member of the boxing team in London 2012, multiple national champion, gold medal in the Mediterranean Games in 2009.
120 athletes in this Dutch team, expecting to do well in judo. Competing in 17 sports. They did well in London.
Rashmi Ugink is their flag bearer, gold medalist in the European Junior Championships here in Baku 10 years ago.
Here is Team Norway, 57 athletes, and it's wrestler Grace Bullen who is their flag bearer. She won gold at the Youth Olympics in the 60-kilogram category, where she was Norway's flag bearer as well, 2 times European champion and world champion in 2014.
David Konarski from volleyball is the flag bearer for the Polish team. Made his first appearance for the national team back in 2012.
Team Poland expected to do well in the mountain biking and in the judo as well.
They were inspired by home support last time, the volleyball team, when they took the gold medal at the last World Championships in Poland back in 2014.
Portugalia.
Team Portugal, their flag bearer is pistol shooter João Costa, who's their oldest athlete at 50. He's been an Olympian 4 times. He is also going to Rio to compete in his 5th Summer Games. 100 athletes in the Portuguese team.
Costa started his Olympic journey way back in Sydney, been an ever-present Olympic Games since that time. ...147 athletes in the Romanian team.
And there is a very happy flag bearer, Joe Gonzalez Bonilla, gold in Taekwondo. Team Romania, 147 athletes, strong in shooting.
Olympic champion Aline Moldoveanu, a member of that squad. Russian Federation, the biggest team in attendance here in Baku, 358 athletes.
The flag bearer, Kazimierat Gatkalov, a freestyle wrestler, 2004 Olympic champion, 5 times world champion.
Their president, of course, in attendance here at the opening ceremony. Plenty of support in the stands as well. One of the few flag bearers we've seen holding the flag with a single hand.
He's a strong chap. Russia left London with a total of 82 medals, finishing 4th overall in the medal standings.
18 athletes here for San Marino. They debuted in the Olympic Games in 1960.
A lot of sport for them. This is Alessandro Pirelli, who was in the trap shooting final and lost in a playoff to finish 4th in London 2012, and that would have been their first Olympic medal. She's here, hoping to do well in Baku.
Serbia.
134 athletes in the Serbian team. The flag bearer Milica Mandic, the Olympic gold medalist in Taekwondo from London 3 years ago. Traditionally strong in athletics, archery, wrestling and Taekwondo, of course. Their Olympic success, one of 4 medals in London. Slovakia bring 177 athletes to these games. Their flag bearer is Richard Varga, triathlete. 22nd he finished in that grueling event in London.
And their most successful athlete was Mikhail Matikan, the most successful Olympian with 5 medals over his time as an Olympian.
Slovenia!
Leading the way is Bojan Tokic. Table tennis is his sport.
83 athletes in the Slovenian team, competing in 16 sports.
Spain!
İspanya.
Team Spain. And this is their flag bearer, Joe Gonzalez Bonilla, from Taekwondo Gold, London 2012.
With a strong wrestling contingent here to Baku. 11 wrestlers overall will compete for European Games glory. So strong in the canoe sprint and of course Taekwondo. 215 athletes in their team.
Team Sweden, there's their flag bearer, Sofia Mattsson, European Wrestling Champion in 2013-2014. They have a boxer in their team who's a 2-times world champion too. And big hopes in shooting. And in the triathlon.
İsveç'e.
Switzerland's flag bearer is Julia Stein-Geneba. From gymnastics, 3 medals in European Championship competition.
130 athletes. Their big hope in Baku is Nicholas Grigg in the triathlon, Olympic champion from London. Big support here for Turkey.
What an ovation.
Flag bearer, Deniz Erkan, world and European champion in karate.
191 athletes on the Turkish squad, competing in all 20 sports.
Look out for Tazgo Servet, the 2011 world champion in Taekwondo.
Huge tradition in wrestling as well. High hopes for their championship hardware in this inaugural European Games.
And you can hear the noise in this stadium building. I wonder why.
Ukraine!
Team Ukraine. Here is Victor Ruban, Olympic gold and bronze in archery in 2008 and 2004.
246 athletes in the Ukrainian team.
Competed as a country in their own right in the 1994 Winter Games. Gymnastics is the country's top medal-winning sport. They have high hopes in beach football in Baku.
Well, perhaps you can anticipate by the change in the music and lighting that the home nation is about to make their appearance here in the Olympic Stadium. Standing ovation from the President and the First Lady to welcome the host nation into the Olympic Stadium. Their country name begins with the first letter of the alphabet, but as the hosts, they have the privilege of being the last nation into this magnificent amphitheatre, and what an ovation they're receiving from this capacity crowd here at the Olympic Stadium.
And what a proud moment for Elmar Kazimov in front of his President and First Lady. Judoka player, beat in London 2012. Huge support from this nearly 300 strong Azerbaijan team. Azerbaijan first participated at the Olympic Games as an independent nation in 1996 and has sent athletes to compete in every Games since then.
Very strong traditions in boxing and wrestling. Near 290 athletes. How much inspiration will they take if they receive this type of support at their various venues of competition?
Interesting, they always try to get the athletes moving in the parade, and the music has been geared to make them walk a little more quickly to the rhythm.
And I'm sure the athletes don't want this moment to end. The focus of attention of all of these thousands of fans here in this Olympic Stadium. What a moment for them. First ever host of the European Games. They have been given the most rousing reception imaginable. A moment they'll never forget in their athletic careers.
and gentlemen, the 50 nation flags of the first European Games.
Xanımlar və cənablar, 1-ci Avropa oyunlarının 50 dövlət bayrağı. Avropanın mahir atletləri, siz 1-ci Avropa oyunlarında yarışmaq üçün seçilmisiniz. Hünər, dostluq və qarşılıqlı hörmət rəmzi olan bu yeni alovu qoruyun. Azərbaycan sizə ev sahibliyi etməkdən şərəf duyur və hər birinizə uğurlar diləyir.
Great athletes of Europe, you have been chosen to compete at the first European Games. Protect this new flame of excellence, friendship and respect. Azerbaijan is proud to be your host and wishes you every success. And now, a song for the athletes.
İndi isə idmançıların şərəfinə mahnı səslənir.
Please welcome
Qarşılayın.
Lady Gaga!
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer. hope someday that you'll join us, and the world will live as one. Imagine no possession. I wonder if you can. Nothing to kill or die for. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all of the people sharing in the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday that you will join us, and the world will live as one. Imagine all the people. Imagine all the people. Imagine we could live in love and peace and happiness. Imagine it was simple. Imagine that. Thank you, Baku. Congratulations. Have a wonderful game.
One of the biggest stars in the world, Lady Gaga, performing John Lennon's Imagine, the perfect song, the perfect message to send to the athletes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the European Olympic Committee's flag.
Xanımlar və cənablar, Avropa Olimpiya Komitələrinin bayrağı.
And now the part of the ceremony where the European Olympic Committee flag is raised and those legendary athletes carrying the flags will be introduced.
The flag is carried by 8 outstanding Olympic champions from all over Europe.
Bayraq Avropanı təmsil edən 8 görkəmli Olimpiya çempionları tərəfindən gətirilir.
From Azerbaijan, Namig Abdullayev, freestyle wrestling Olympic gold medalist at Sydney 2000.
Azərbaycan 2000-ci il Sidney Olimpiya oyunlarında sərbəst güləş üzrə qızıl medal qalibi Namig Abdullayev.
From Ireland, Katie Taylor, boxing Olympic gold medalist at London 2012.
İrlandiya 2012-ci il London Olimpiya oyunlarında boks üzrə qızıl medal qalibi Katie Taylor.
From the Russian Federation, Yelena Zamolodchikova, gymnastics Olympic double gold medalist at Sydney 2000.
Rusiya Federasiyası 2000-ci il Sidney Olimpiya oyunlarında gimnastika üzrə 2 dəfə qızıl medal qalibi Yelena Zamolodchikova.
From Italy, Niccolò Cambriano, shooting Olympic gold medalist at London 2012.
İtalya, 2012 London Olimpiya Oyunlarında atışma üzere kızıl medal galibi Nicolo Capriani.
From Greece, Thomas Bilis, synchronized diving Olympic gold medalist at Athens 2004.
Yunanistan, 2004 yıl Afina Olimpiya Oyunlarında sinkron suya tullanma üzere kızıl medal galibi Thomas Bilis.
From Hungary, Kristina Fazekashzor, canoe sprint Olympic gold medalist at London 2012.
Macaristan, 2012 yıl London Olimpiya Oyunlarında kanoe üzere kızıl medal galibi Kristina Fazekashzor.
From France, Lucy Descos, judo Olympic gold medalist at London 2012.
Fransa, 2012 yıl London Olimpiya Oyunlarında judo üzere kızıl medal galibi Lucy Descos.
From Turkey, Servet Tazagül, taekwondo Olympic gold medalist at London 2012.
Türkiye, 2012 yıl London Olimpiya Oyunlarında taekwondo üzere kızıl medal galibi Servet Tazagül.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the raising of the European Olympic Committee's flag.
Hanımlar ve canablar, xahiş edirik Avropa Olimpiya Komiteleri bayrağının kaldırılması münasebetiyle ayağa kalkasınız.
Something amazing lies hidden underground in the heart of Europe, the biggest machine on Earth. Particle beams race in a circle at near the speed of light, collide in flashes hotter than the sun, recreate the first moments of the universe, a glimpse at the origins of everything. The Large Hadron Collider is the brainchild of CERN, a community of over 10,000 physicists and engineers from more than 100 nations. No country could have built this extraordinary machine alone. We achieved this together, as one.
CERN would like to welcome everyone
assembled in Azerbaijan for the first ever European Games.
This historic gathering is a chance to salute
a great Nobel physicist, Lev Landau,
In the city of his birth, Baku.
Baku.
Landau's unique discoveries.
Helped make possible the impossible work we do at CERN.
For 60 years now,
CERN has brought together nations
in peace through science.
These European Games are a new flame of
international unity through sport.
Scientists and athletes, we share the same curiosity.
How much further can we go?
Good luck, everybody.
From technology, we move into the world of mythology, from understanding the origins of our universe to understanding the roots of our continent's name.
This is the mythological story of Europa and the bull. It is said Europa was a Phoenician princess. The Greek god Zeus took a liking to her and appeared to her in the form of a beautiful white bull. Europa was charmed by this and climbed onto the bull's back, but Zeus immediately stole her away, crossing the Caspian Sea to Crete with Europa on his back. There she bore Zeus 3 children, including Minos, the legendary founder of the first literate European civilization. Europe was named after Europa, and the image of Europa on a bull is a symbol of this continent.
A galaxy of stars twinkling beneath them develops to reveal a map of Europe as it might appear at night from space.
And the brightest star that shines over Europe is that of Baku.
Chair of the Baku 2015 Organizing Committee and First Lady of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Mehriban Aliyeva, and the President of the European Olympic Committees, Patrick Hickey.
Hanımlar ve cenablar, xahiş edirik Bakı 2015 Təşkilat Komitəsinin sədri, Azərbaycan Respublikasının birinci xanımı Mehriban Əliyevanı və Avropa Olimpiya Komitələrinin prezidenti Patrick Hickey'ni salamlayasınız.
Your Excellency Ilham Aliyev, President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, President of the European Olympic Committees, Patrick Hickey, President of the International Olympic Committee, Thomas Bach, Your Excellencies, European Games athletes, ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, welcome to Azerbaijan. Welcome to the inaugural European Games. Aziz həmvətənlər, 1-ci Avropa Oyunlarının açılış münasibətilə bütün Azərbaycan xalqını səmimi qəlbdən təbrik edirəm. Bu möhtəşəm bayram müstəqil Azərbaycanın, hər bir Azərbaycan vətəndaşısının qələbəsidir. Müstəqillik illərində əldə etdiyimiz uğur və nailiyyətlər nəticəsində bugün burada, gözəl Bakıda Avropa Olimpiya Hərəkatının tarixində yeni səhifə yazılır. Bu səhifəni biz yazırıq. Bu səhifəni Azərbaycan xalqı yazır. Qoy Tanrı Azərbaycanı hər zaman qorusun. Dear friends, tonight we begin a new chapter in Europe's sporting history. Azerbaijan is proud that the first European Games are being held in Baku. At the sacred temple of Ateşkah, the European Games flame was lit and has traveled across our beautiful country, touching the hearts of every Azerbaijani along the way. It has carried a message of celebration, inspiration, and unity. It is burning spirit that brings us all together. I would like to thank the European Olympic Committee and its president, Patrick Hickey, for not only choosing Baku to host the first European Games, but also for his support and assistance in organizing this memorable event. I would also like to welcome the President of the International Olympic Committee, Thomas Bach, and the members of the Olympic family, and thank them for their continued support of the Olympic movement in Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan is a country rich in history, culture, and traditions. Multiculturalism and tolerance, friendship and hospitality, harmony and solidarity are integral part of Azerbaijani life. This year we host the European Games. In 2017 we will host the Islamic Solidarity Games. This demonstrates Azerbaijan's role in the promotion of dialogue between cultures. As an independent state, we are young, only 20 years old, so it's fitting that tonight's ceremony countdown started from this number. The last 24 years have seen the rapid development, progress, and modernization of our country. Azerbaijan's economic stability and sustainable development have allowed us to host such a big sporting event. You have delivered these games within only 2.5 years to prepare, overcoming the obstacle of such a limited time throughout our dedication and hard work. I would like to thank all those who have worked with energy, commitment, and passion to make these games a reality. I would also like to thank all our international partners and the many local and international volunteers. Our team is a clear example of mutual cooperation, understanding, and friendship. Tonight, we welcome almost 6,000 of Europe's finest athletes to our land. Dear athletes, these games are for you. You are the first participants. You will be the first champions of the European Games. The whole country of Azerbaijan has come together to support you. For 17 days, Baku will be your home away from home. Tonight, I stand here proud and moved by the people of our country and all we have achieved. I thank you all for giving your heart to these games. However far the flame of the European Games travels in the years to come, the spirit of Azerbaijan and Baku 2015 will be there, burning brightly. Athletes of the European Games, ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, welcome to Baku, welcome to Azerbaijan to celebrate peace, friendship, and solidarity.
Good evening, Baku. Good evening, Azerbaijan. Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev. Chair of Baku 2015, First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva. President of the International Olympic Committee, Thomas Bach. President of the Association of National Olympic Committees, Sheikh Ahmed Al-Fad Al-Sabah. Honorary IOC President Dr. Jacques Rogge. Excellencies, leaders from around the world, members of the International Olympic Committee, members of the European Olympic family, most distinguished guests, dear friends from Baku and all of Azerbaijan, and the 12,500 volunteers who will light up the next 17 days. Thank you. Chok Sal. This is the proudest moment in the history of the European Olympic Committees. Here tonight in Baku's magnificent new national stadium, we are creating a landmark moment in European sport, the opening of the inaugural European Games. Tonight, we add the missing fifth ring to the continental games of the world. And through Europe's first Games, we bind the 5 continents of the Olympic movement even closer together. Thank you, President Aliyev and First Lady Aliyeva. And thank you, Azerbaijan, for the welcome you have given to the European Olympic family. First Lady Aliyeva, as chair of Baku 2015, your role in these European Games cannot be overstated. For your tireless dedication to this endeavour, for your contribution to the bright future of sport in Europe, once again, I thank you. As a nation, you are on an exciting journey. It has been an honour to share it with you. Sport has a unique power to effect positive change, to instill a set of values that make change inevitable, what President Bach calls a universal law of sport, global ethics, fair play, respect, and friendship. Baku 2015 is the culmination of a long road and a bold dream, a burning ambition for the EOC, and the greatest stage for you, the 6,000 athletes of the 50 Olympic nations of Europe, who are here today on the verge of something remarkable. Dear athletes, these are your games. You are about to compete in some of the most magnificent venues you have ever set foot in. You are about to live, eat and train, shoulder to shoulder with your closest rivals. Many of you will even secure your qualification for Rio 2016 over the next 2 weeks. But make no mistake, you will only have one chance to become the first ever European Games champion. I urge you to take it. I urge you to strive for excellence and compete in the true Olympic spirit of friendship and respect. And I urge you to write your names forever into Europe's glorious sporting history. Thank you and good luck. Chuk Saul Ve O Galar. I now have the honour of inviting the President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Mr. Ilham Aliyev, to declare open the inaugural European Games, Baku 2015.
Birinci Bakı Avropa Oyunlarını açık elan edirəm.
İnsanlara haydere bize aşkın dastası güzellikten hayderen güzellikten hayderen kademleri
Baku is believed to derive from windswept. Baku is known as the city of winds. She places the grass where the first flame was buried. The water begins to rise from the ground, becoming a body of water, the Caspian Sea, which is the largest lake in the world. According to folklore, water purifies, nurtures and stirs, while wind, earth and fire awaken nature, which also symbolizes the coming of spring. The transformation from cracked, barren earth to fertile, abundant landscape is complete.
emerged from the earth to perform a ritual-like Azerbaijani dance to the rhythm of 50 drummers. It looks like there's an earthquake coming, but what emerges here is a mountain. This represents an area in East Azerbaijan called Gobistan, widely known for its rock engravings. There are mountains of primitive culture here on a world scale. The land of fire relates to the burning hillsides caused by gas seeping through cracks in the earth. And in keeping with this land of fire, the mountain blazes just like Yanar Dag, known as Fire Mountain.
These roarings, petroglyphs created by ancient man, indicate agricultural and intellectual activity. Incredible artistic chronicles of the past, covering a period of history stretching back thousands of years.
We hear the sound now of the traditional Azerbaijani song, Sari Gelin, played on a balaban, an Azerbaijani wind instrument. We're reminded of Leyli and Majnun, the unrequited couple we met earlier in the poetry of Nizami. fire used to illustrate humankind's burning need to connect, expressed through scientific endeavours, art, and our love for each other.
Flames ignite the dish to create a ring of fire. We're reminded of a total solar eclipse, a cosmic coming together of the Earth, the Sun, and the Moon. There was a total solar eclipse on March the 20th this year, which was the first day of the Nowruz festival.
Nowruz, or the new day, was when the sun united with the moon in such an eclipse. There will be another eclipse visible over Europe until 2026, so a special moment indeed. As the lit eclipse continues to rise high in the stadium, cross over to the Baku coastline.
The eclipse is reflected in the water. It appears to look like a burning infinity symbol. Caspian Eclipse cauldron will burn throughout the inaugural European Games here in Baku.
celebrating with us in Baku. All of us here in Azerbaijan wish you an enjoyable games.
Bütün dünyadan təşrif buyurmuş dostlar. İlk Avropa Oyunlarının açılış mərasimi sona çatdı. Sizi 17 gün ərzində dünya miqyaslı idman tədbirləri.
Now kind of curtain call as the performers join hands for Yala, which is the national dance of Azerbaijan. Music accompanying this is from the opening ceremony, traditional orchestra and the Natig rhythm group. The word Yal in Azerbaijani means row or line of change. Inflatable pomegranate seeds cascade over the audience, a token of love and good luck, and of course, a symbol of Azerbaijan.
volunteers and performers here have really put on a stunning show in the Olympic Stadium in Baku. And every one of them, more than 1,700, have been able to look up and see their name in lights on the balcony in this magnificent Olympic Stadium.